The Topham is next. It's a 2 mile 5 furlong grade 3 handicap over the Grand National fences, and Flying Bolt is the top one for John Morgan. Damani Steele, Darren Thompson, Victory Coup, Daniel French, Hybrid's Daughter, Graham Clutterbuck, Perfect Trust, Paul Parsons, What Ness, Stu Gray, Time Shift, David Robertson, Cavachi Cadillac, Martin Lidham, Loose Change, Graham Clutterbuck, World Addiction, Matt Cooper, Short Wired, Craig Beckwith, and Manly Sea Eagle for Nick Driver. A field of 12 then, over the famous obstacles, called in and away. And it's Flying Bolt and Short Wide are the first two to show. Flying Bolt with John Morgan as they get into this first. And they're all over it safely, though. Damani Steele didn't jump it all that well. They're making their way towards the second now, which is the chair. It's a pretty formidable fence to be facing so early on in the race. We'll see how they take it. They all got over it okay. With Flying Bolt in the lead, Cavachi Cadillac's now moved into second. Then Short Wide and What Ness, Hybrid's Daughter as they head for the water, which they will get over, of course. With the back marker now, World Addiction, Victory Coup is also towards the back, but they're pretty tightly grouped, only a small field. Most of the bigger fields over these fences real off. Of course, I think we only got 20 in the Grand National Tour, which is pretty disappointing. Nice to see a big field in that race. But I suppose there's enough people in it this year to be able to get a much bigger field than that. Anyway, and also plenty of other races to be going in as well. So it's Flying Bolt in the lead from Cavachi Cadillac in second. Then Short Wide is next as they take the fourth. That'll be the first in the big one tomorrow. And it's Flying Bolt in front from Cavachi Cadillac in second. Perfect Trust is next as they get over the next. And now make their way towards the big ditch. And Flying Bolt is in the lead. Oh, there's one down there. It's What Ness has gone. I think What Ness even took off. I think he just ran straight into the fence by the look of it. And the first one to depart goes at the big ditch as they get over the next, which is the 7th today. It'll be the 4th tomorrow. And it's a Flying Bolt heading down to the one before Beaches with Perfect Trust in second. Then Damani Steele and Cavachi Cadillac. Short Wide and Time Shift. Then Hybrid's Daughter. Into the back, Victory Coup is the back marker as the leader heads for Beaches Brook. Flying Bolt takes it nicely. They all got over it well. Not the formidable fence it used to be, that one. And Flying Bolt will lead them into Fournhaven from Damani Steele back in second. And Perfect Trust, Manly Sea Eagles jumped up into fourth ahead of Cavachi Cadillac and Hybrid's Daughter as they make their way towards the canal turn. Over the canal they go, all safely over that. Flying Bolt leading over Valentine's from Loose Changes, now moving into second. And Damani Steele, Perfect Trust, Hybrid's Daughter and World Addiction, Manly Sea Eagle. Cavachi Cadillac has dropped back a little bit as they take the 13th. And still just lost the one. As Flying Bolt will lead them into the final ditch, the 4th last. Over it they all go. From World Addiction second, Perfect Trust is third, Loose Change is fourth, then Time Shift and Manly Sea Eagle, then Victory Coup getting closer, Short Wides after that one as they get over the third last, and now they make, oh, there's one down there, Perfect Trust has gone, Perfect Trust down a bit at that one, with just two to jump in the straight. Then now it's Flying Bolt who's led all the way from Victory Coup. World Addiction, Cavachi Cadillac is absolutely cruising on the outside, then comes Time Shift, Loose Change, Manly Sea Eagle being pushed along, they're heading down towards the final two, and Flying Bolt is yet to be headed from Victory Coup's come through in a second. World Addiction is third, Cavachi Cadillac now not going quite so well, back in third, Loose Change, Hybrid's Daughter and Time Shifter next. It's probably between these. Short Wide trying to run on, so too Manly Sea Eagle. They've got two to jump and then the big long run in. It's Flying Bolt over the second last and he flew it and he's now 6 clear. Cavachi Cadillac is in second, Hybrid's Daughter third, then Time Shift is fourth, heading down towards the final fence in the Topham, and it's Flying Bolt who's fourth. 4 clear of Cavachi Cadillac and Hybrid's Daughter. Over the final fence they go, and it's Flying Bolt who's clear, but Cavachi Cadillac now being challenged by Victory Coup for second. Victory Coup is the one that's running on as they race down towards the elbow. Flying Bolt is clear, but Victory Coup is absolutely eating up the ground, and he's getting much closer now to Flying Bolt. Flying Bolt's got nothing left, I don't think, and it's Victory Coup sweeps by, but here comes Time Shift on the outside, and Time Shift is getting up. The grey's gone over it. Time Shift wins the Topham from Flying Bolt, then Victory Coup, World Addiction, Damani Steel after that one, and all the way back to Manly Sea Eagle. Flying Bolt started to tread water around the elbow, and it looked like Victory Coup was going to take him, and then on the outside Time Shift came round and took the pair of them. So a good win there for David Robertson and Time Shift. Flying Bolt second for John Morgan. Victory Coup was third for Daniel French. World Addiction for Matt Cooper was fourth. Damani Steel for Darren Thompson was fifth. I'll pass you back to Stu now, who's going to do the final couple of races of the day.